Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Random Grid Replica Championship on Project Cars 2. This is round 6, race 3 here at Watkins Glen. Obviously the champion's been decided. Bidzster is the champion, but he's at the back of the grid for this race, so quite fitting really. And Arsenal Blade gets pole from Callum, so let's see how we go here. So it's Watkins Glen in modern stock cars, so it's NASCAR round Watkins Glen. This is going to be entertaining because these cars don't, well, they go around these tracks, but it's going to be quite hard for them to control as everyone gets off the line well. Down towards the first corner, Brad is a bit slidey as they get underway. Down towards the first corner, Arsenal Blade quite nicely into the first corner as you look towards the midfield. Everyone quite nicely through the first corner. Spapper a bit wide further back, and we've got a nice little mid-pack further back as Neil's going backwards here, and then contact already! And Neil, and then there's more contact with someone else as well. I think it might have been Andrea as we go up the hill. And there's Stacker in 5th as we go on to the back straight. Arsdar and Cyrex in for the lead. There we go, as the camera goes funny again, do apologise as we go down to the chicane. Cyrex in the lead from Arsdar. Everyone else side by side into the chicane. There's Keith going through nicely there, and then got a car going wide there. I think that's Blakeney going wide. He's just been passed by someone. Then there's Spapper. Got a very zoomed in view there. As we go around here, obviously this is the short Watkins Glen, so we'll go around here, keep to the inside, then go up the short loop there we go. As everyone else heading down towards the next corner, we've got Cyrex in the lead by a country mile, Brad is second, then we've got Arzadar and Growley for third, everyone else trying to battle out for positions as well. Keith, Blakeney, everyone. Keith runs a bit wide, so does Andrea and Stevie and Co at the back. Spapper and Neil's lost it now. Neil's gone round with Spapper, there's Bidzster, Neil goes round with Spapper, so again more incidents there, so we'll get some replays on them incidents now. Okay, here's the replay of some of the first lap incidents then. First with Andrea, he's going to the first corner, a bit of contact with a few people, but okay, so watch Neil Farmack ahead, taps Blakeney, goes onto the curb, and then we get hit by a car on his right, I think that was Keith, and then we had nowhere to go but into Neil, and then we just about get away with it and then go up the hill. Here's Neil's view on that, so we go up to here, we see a little bit of contact with Blakeney, we go over the curb. Then as we come back on, obviously Andrea couldn't do anything there because he got moved across by Keith, and then Neil was the innocent bystander who got hit into the wall. There's something else that happened near the front, so Callum goes too fast into the chicane and loses it. Could have been in for a good finish, but then loses it and goes into the wall. Okay, here's a replay what happened to Neil and Spapper on board with Bidzster. So Neil on the left, Spapper on the right. Into the corner, Neil runs a bit wide, Spapper goes wider as well, and watch out, Spapper comes back on, comes straight across and hits Neil off, so that's not really on that, so he could incur a penalty for that. So as you come back from that, we've still got Neil and Spapper trying to turn around, and Callum's just approached these boys and just about gets through. So as we look towards everyone else then, they're already at turn 1 approaching. Turn 2, Stacker's gone round. Stacker spun as well, so I don't know what happened there. Again, more replays. Okay, here's what happened to Stacker, so he just goes too fast into the first corner and goes right round and just about into the pit lane exit. Okay, here's something else that we missed on the first lap as well, just starting the second lap, was down the straight. Keith and Blakeney come across on each other and bang! Into the wall, and then both miraculously keep going. What car control! As we come back from that, Arsenal Blade goes grass cutting up the top, loses speed, and probably Growley will try and catch him, but he might not, you never know. As we go out this corner, and then everyone else quite close together. There's Stevie and Andrea having a nice little battle for 5th place. Arsenal slow in the straight, so they've both passed him around one each side. Stevie and Andrea contact into the chicane. And then Stevie goes off and then bang hits Growley off as well, so it's all happened there, everything happens at once. Arzadar then comes back on, it's Blakeney. Oh, what a mess. So again, we'll get more replays on that as well. Okay, here's a replay of the mess at the chicane, so Arzadar slows down to a penalty, and then cars go either side. Andrea goes to the right and then can't stop in time, hits Stevie, and then it's slow on the middle of the corner, then Arzadar hits him, and then Stevie obviously goes across and hits Growley. Then as we rejoin, we're not really looking where we're going, and we hit Blakeney off as well. Okay, here's Stevie's view on that. So Arzadar's been slow in the middle of the road. Then Andrea comes up from the side. There he goes, bang! Hits us, and then we're on the grass, we can't stop, and then Growley, wrong place, wrong time, gets hit, and then we continue on. As we look back here, so Bidzster's gone round as well. Bidzster's pirouetting, so something else happened further back. More replays are needed. Okay, let's see what that felt like from Growley's view. So we're going around here nice and normal, then bang! Stevie comes across, because obviously he's got hit by Andrea. We spin round, then cars everywhere. Then there's Arsenal Blade joining and hitting Blakeney. Then we rejoined and hit Bidzster, so quite clumsy there from Growley as well. So everyone being very clumsy there. And then we're facing the wrong way, and then we turn round. And as it settles down, Andrea comes into the second to last corner. ahead of Stevie, goes over the curb a little bit. Oh, where's Stevie? Stevie's lost it. Stevie's lost it. He's around here somewhere. He must have gone off. There he goes. He must have just spun it himself on the curb. So Stevie goes around there and rejoins. Bidzster then in 8th place from the back, not doing too bad here, obviously making up for people's mistakes. Here's Stacker. I think we'll spend more time looking at the scenery in this one, as Stacker's actually spun on the racing line. Very dangerous place to spin there, so he must have lost that himself, and everyone else just about avoiding the back of him. Then he reverses across the track and then gets going. TY unfortunately having to retire again due to lag, so unlucky for TY. So Cyrex then in the lead of this race, 7 seconds ahead of everyone else, schooling everyone in how to drive these NASCARs. Bradder's doing very well, an exceptional drive for Bradder's here in 2nd place. Keith's in 3rd after all the demises of everyone else, so good job for Keith. There's Arzadar Blade in 4th with Blakeney behind him. Bidzster in 6th place, he's trying to catch up to these boys as well. Stevie behind him. To go around that corner, nice prolonged corner, try and drift the car out a little bit, nicely done there. Oh, Neil's lost it at the chicane though. Neil's lost it at the chicane. So Neil's gone round as Callum goes through and Growley goes through, and he falls right back down to almost the tail end of the field. There's Andrea, he's close to Spapper, he's not too far off for his fellow Italian. And Blakeney and Arzadar are having a nice battle at the last corner onto the straight. Blakeney gets a good run down to the first corner side by side, onto the brakes. Got to be careful here, this corner can eat you up because of the camber, and we get round very nicely there and out of the corner. So Blakeney takes 4th place from Arzadar Blade. Meanwhile Bidzster there, he's trying to catch up to Arzadar, he's only 1.2 behind, sideways up the hill, driving it very nicely. So this season's champion there in 6th place, trying to make up some positions here. As you look further back, Spapper there in 10th place behind Growley. As Growley runs as Spapper there runs quite deep into turn 1, but gets away. And then Callum's further ahead in 9th place. Meanwhile, oh, it's all happening at the top, and Bidzster's gone round. Bidzster's spun it round himself. As Stevie then decides to join him in doing a bit of ballet practice. So there's Stevie just doing some donuts for the crowd, and Bidzster rejoining there as well. So Blakeney and Arzadar still not finished with each other here. Good scrap here, lap 4 out of 12 in this one. So this race is nice and dry. The next race after this, I think the weather forecast looks like the heavens are going to open, so we'll have to see. But good job here from Blakeney staying ahead of Arzadar. So good job there. As we look further back, there's Spapper trying to chase down Callum in the purple NASCAR here. There he goes round the second to last corner. Here's Callum. Nice and consistent there. We've got Andrea. Andrea's been off. Andrea must have made a mistake somewhere. He's gone off. So was that contact with Stevie? Well, I don't know. We'll get a replay. As we come back to this then. Bidzster in 6th place, sliding that car round. Oh, looks very twitchy. We're just about getting away with it. Blakeney and Arzadar still 1.5 seconds apart, so still can't separate these two properly. As they come through the chicane, nice and steady, don't want to make any mistakes at this point. As we look at Spapper and Growley, I think Spapper's gone round somewhere because he's a bit slow up the hill, so Spapper's lost it somewhere, so he's gone back a few positions as well. There's Bidzster in 6th, he's trying to catch up Arzadar and ditch Stevie. As Andrea and Callum are quite close together, Andrea in front of Callum catching up to Andrea, whichever way you want to call it. There's Growley there with Spapper right behind him, Neil trying to close up now after the first few lap calamities. Growley and Spapper go around that corner then. And on to the back straight. Growley in the black car at the front. Spapper in the grey car. The yellow car at the back's Neil, the yellow and red one. As we go around the second to last corner. Oh, Callum's gone off. Callum's spun round. He's gone back down to 12th. One mistake just shows you. So Callum goes back down to 12th. He was trying to catch Andrea, but then these guys now inherit his position. Growley and Spapper having a good little battle here. Spapper pulls out to the right. On the brakes, dives down the inside. Dive. Growley gives him an acre of room. And still tries to keep round the outside of him, side by side up the hill. This is going to end in tears. Growley trying to keep round the outside. Spapper side by side. Neil thinking, what the hell are these guys up to? And then Growley goes up the inside. Spapper, I think, has just about lost the back end of the car. He has. Spapper loses the back end of the car up the hill and then puts the power on, donuts it round just before Callum gets to him. then gets going as Callum comes up the hill and goes past him. So Spapper, unlucky there, just got caught out a bit. So Neil Farmack now, it's his turn to try and catch Crowley, or it was, until he decides to start practicing ballet like Stevie and Bidzster did earlier, and spins himself around. So Bidzster then, he's trying to catch up to Arzadar. So let's have a look at the order then. Lap 7, Cyrex in the lead of this race by 4.9 seconds from Bradders. Bradders actually closing in on Cyrex here. So Bradders with some really good pace. So good on Bradders, go mate. As Keith in 3rd position, a very good consistent drive for Keith as well, keeping out of trouble. That's exactly what you want to do in these cars. Not much damage on his car either, so clearly keeping out the wars in this one. So this will be a bit of redemption for the last race, hopefully, for Keith as we go around the chicane. Nice and steady there. There's Blakeney, his teammate. Sorry, that's not his teammate, sorry, just looks similar cars, I think there's similar livery, sorry. Keith's teammate, of course, is Neil Farmack, who's further back down the field, so apologies for that. So, Blakeney goes round. His teammate is Footman, but Footman's not here. There's Bidzster then trying to catch up to Blakeney there. Stevie is in 7th place. Andrea is behind him in 8th, so these two are catching each other up, so this could be fun. Again, two of the more aggressive drivers on LPB Racing, catching each other up, ready for a tussle, so this could be more than a boxing match, it could be war. So that could be fun as Keith then in 3rd place. He's round here, so I thought he made a little mistake there. He must have just gone around the first corner. The camera must have gone a little bit funny there, but Keith still holding his own there. Bidzster still trying to catch up to Blakeney, but not able to make much inroads into him yet. I think the best battle on track is going to be between Stevie and Andrea when they close up. So Andrea closing up to Stevie with every wheel turn here. Into turn 1 goes Stevie, nice line through there. Very timid on the power. As they climb up the hill at Watkins Glen, the famous bit of racetrack goes up there over the brow of the hill, up over the top, and then flat out round this corner onto the back straight. Not a very long straight, but then there's a little chicane that interrupts it. Down here, already braking for it now, into the chicane. Stevie with a nice line there as we go through. Andrea's slightly behind him there in the yellow car. As we go around the long banked downhill corner. And then up the hill, I think Bidzster's closing in on Blakeney now. Bidzster's quite close to the back of Blakeney here. As we go to the first corner. Blakeney, a lovely line into that corner. Oh, runs a bit wide though, got to be careful of that. That might give him a track limit penalty. He might have to slow down. And he's slowing down. So he's having to slow down a bit to get rid of that penalty. Bidzster will close up here. Bidzster might go for the move up near the chicane because Blakeney's had to slow down to get rid of that penalty for going wide. As Bidzster then, not phased, goes right up behind him and goes up the inside. He's going up the inside on the brakes. He's trying. But not able to do it. As we go through here, Bidzster closing. Still not able to do anything though. Blakeney holding his own here, showing that he's going to fight it out. I don't care if you're the champion, I'm going to fight it to the end. But Bidzster finds a gap up the inside, gets a good run. Side by side, almost rubbing door handles. If there were door handles on these cars, because there's not. But Bidzster gets a nice move done on Blakeney there, through into 4th place. And now he's chasing after Keith. But Blakeney's not done with him yet, not quite over yet this battle as we go up and over the start finish line. Let's have a little look back at Stevie and Andrea. Stevie's pulled out a 2-second gap on Andrea here. Meanwhile, Bidzster and Blakeney here into the first corner. Nicely done. Blakeney closes in on Bidzster a bit there. Keith's not far up the road here, so they're actually closing on Keith. As Bidzster has a big sliding moment there up over the top, but gets away with it. 2 seconds to Keith now, so Keith losing a bit of time here, but he's not keeping it consistent so far. But Blakeney and Bidzster coming up towards the chicane now. There's a chicane we go. I think. Oh, Keith lost it! No, Keith's lost it. Oh, it was in for a fantastic 3rd position there, but he's spun round, lost it, and he goes back down to 5th place. Oh no, it was going so well. But unfortunately for him, it doesn't work out as Neil in 9th place. Then Stevie's going backwards, and there's been an accident further back. Spapper's lost it as well. Something's happened around here, and then we've got Stacker off as well. So something big's happened there. We'll get a replay on that. As we come back from that then, we've not really seen him much in this race, and that's because he's been way out in front, dominating proceedings again, looking for 3 out of 4. Obviously 3 out of 3 so far out of the 4 races. Cyrex in the lead of this race in the blue and white starred NASCAR as he comes up to lap. Growly Bear there, nicely through. Obviously Cyrex loves these cars, showing everyone who's boss. Bradders then in a nice solid second place, 11 seconds behind Cyrex, but really holding his own here. And up a little bit of a shortcut there, that could be a track limit penalty, he might have to slow down for that. And he is doing. Bid's doing a solid 3rd then, but he can't shake Blaney. Blaney's staying with him. So Blaney's staying with him there as he compromises his line a bit into the corner there, because he went a bit too narrow into the corner. And under narrow, because look at that windscreen, no one would be able to see through that thing, but Blaney soldiering on. Zarzadar in 5th, he's in a nice 5th place there. Keith back down to 6th then, so Keith has made more mistakes. Gone back down to 6th place, so it's all going downhill for him in these last few laps. Neil Farmack and Stevie close together, but Neil Farmack making a few mistakes there. And Stevie, I think, has made an even bigger mistake as Growly goes past in 9th place, so he must have hit the wall going up the hill. So lucky for him there. Let's look at Bidzster and Blaney, still a good battle on track here. Bidzster ahead of Blaney. Blaney's got to lap the traffic there, and I think he's just about done it as the camera goes funny again. Blaney goes up over the top of the hill. Oh, Bidzster's lost it! Bidzster's lost it, he's gone round and off! Just avoids Blaney there. Oh wow, we'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay what happened to Bidzster. So we're going up here, we see we lose the back end, hit that wall, and we go back round. Now listen to the engine. He finds reverse and then gets out the way, and then just avoids Blaney, and then we get going. Now let's take a look on board with Blaney to see how much he pooed his pants as we go up here. And just about gets out the way, and Blaney just about goes through, and definitely a change of underwear needed there. So as we come back from the avoidance of the season, we continue with Bidzster back down in 4th now. On the last lap of the race makes the mistake and Blaney takes 3rd. But here comes Cyrex up to the last corner, 12 out of 12 on the lap counter, and he's going to take the win in this race. Cyrex wins the race, 3 out of 3 so far. Can he make it 4 out of 4 in the next race? Cyrex wins, well done to him. Bradders, an incredible 2nd place, his best finish yet in LPB racing, but still that win eludes him. Bradders in 2nd place, well done to him. Blaney in the right place at the right time. He's going to take 3rd place as long as he don't lose it on this last corner, which he does nicely, and goes straight through and wins gets 3rd place on the podium. 4th place for Bidzster. Spapper's finished the race back in 12th. Arzadar here in 5th place, he's going to take 5th across the line. So well done to Arzadar, Blade, a decent finish for him and some decent points in the bag as well. Keith is going to come through in 6th place, well done for Keith. Obviously it could have been a 3rd, but 6th will do just nicely for him, a nice decent points haul. Andrea is here in 7th, he's just ahead of Neil Farmack and he's lost it, bang! Stacker hits him and Neil says, cheers boys, nice one. And I'll go straight through for 7th, so Andrea loses it, Stacker has nowhere to go. And Stacker comes on and just misses Stevie, and Stevie takes 8th place in front of Andrea as well. What an entertaining last lap. Stevie takes 8th, Andrea's going to be 9th. Growly's off in 10th. Callum's coming up, so Growly's got to get moving, otherwise Callum's going to get him. It's going to be close. As there goes Bradders, obviously he's finished the race, so here comes Growly Bear coming up to the line, but he's not going to make it to the line, but he'll still finish. He'll still count as getting points because he still kept going. He didn't quit on us. So Growly gets 10th. Callum would be in 11th. Spapper in 12th. Stacker 13th, and TY unfortunately not finishing the race. So we'll now get those results confirmed properly for you now, guys. Okay, here's what happened to Andrea on the last lap then. So going round here, we lose the back end, we hit the wall, and then we go, and then as we get going, we move to the right, get too much power on the Stacker, nowhere to go, and Neil says, cheers mate, thank you very much, and takes 7th place, and Andrea loses more places as he tries to get going, because Stacker then comes across and almost hits Stevie, and then Stevie goes through as well. Okay guys, here's the results from that then. So Cyrex makes it 3 out of 4 so far. Well done to Cyrex. Bradders finishes in second, a well-deserved second place for him. Third for Blakeney. Fourth is Bidzster, as we just go over the page. Fifth for Azadar, Blade, a decent finish for once. Well done for Azadar. Sixth for Keith. Neil finishes in 7th. 8th goes to Stevie. And then it's Andrea in 9th. Growly Bear, it says DNF, but he actually did finish the race on the actual race night. 11th for Callum, Spapperfoot in 12th, and Stacker rounds off the 13. So as we come back from that then, there's your winner, who's already in the pit lane, Cyrex. Well done to Cyrex, he wins the race. And we'll see you guys for race 4 to see if Cyrex can make it 4 out of 4. So take care guys.